Alright, hello and welcome to another new series. I'm going to try and keep up with a new series. I'm going to be starting with a lot of people's here to do, and I want to try and do it myself as well. Um, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the game week for every week and predicting them, obviously. The match I'm going to have on in the background, or a match I'm actually going to be playing in the background, is the every Man United game, because obviously I'm a Man United fan. So what we're going to do is we're going to play as Manchester United, and their first game, as you can see, is against... actually, no, I don't want to do this, because I just tapped out the squad, so never mind. The first game is against Leeds United. So, let's take a gander at what teams will be played. Is there a way to check this team management? I know what I've got. If I'd actually been going to the game and look. But anyway, the first load of games this first game week, we got Brentford versus Arsenal, Manchester United versus Leeds United, Leicester City versus Wolves, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, Watford versus Aston Villa, Everton versus Southampton, Burnley versus Brighton, Norwich versus Liverpool, Newcastle versus West Ham, and the big one, the big beefy game, Tottenham versus Man City. So I'm going to be predicting them in that order of what I'm reading on my screen. And I guess we'll see. Before we do that, though, we'll load into the game in the background. I have a prediction for Man United versus Leeds anyway, if the game doesn't go as I plan it to. This is kind of just to have something going on in the background. And as you can see here in the training, I did buy Varane, because it's undetermined whether he's going to be, obviously, fit for game week one. I'm assuming he won't be at this point. It is taking a little while to get the deal done, but we'll see in due time.
And here we are at one of the great venues for football anywhere in the world, Old Trafford in Manchester. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary
the game audio is too loud.
Dixon. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It is Manchester United up against Leeds United.
Yeah, thanks Derek, as always. Pleasure to be here. I have to say, the atmosphere is fantastic in here. And I'm anticipating a really good game today. Hopefully, we won't be disappointed.
Also, if the shirt numbers are wrong,
He's a player who
it is
seems to
because
get
it won't let me
better
change
and
them.
better. I'm talking, of course, about Bruno Fernandes. Lee, what do you think we'll see from him in this game?
Well, his ability on the ball is second to none. Just watch how close he keeps the ball to his feet. He lures defenders in, then a quick turn of pace and he's away from you. Brilliant player.
Also, I know Rashford is injured as well. I've just gone with the best squads rather than the whether they're injured or not, to be honest. I think Sancho's got the wrong number. Cavani's definitely got the wrong number. I'm pretty sure Sancho's stolen 7 from him, not going to lie.
Well, Manchester United have chosen this.
As we get to the game, I'll start talking about predictions.
Begins in goal. Rafael Varane plays alongside Harry Maguire in central defence. Fred starts alongside Paul Pogba in central midfield. And the striker today, Edinson Cavani. And a look at the Leeds United starting 11. An element of caution about this selection.
Yeah, 4-5-1, Derek. The 5 players behind the lone striker will need to support him. Looks very strong midfield offensively and also defensively. The back four will be protected throughout the game.
Alright, so here we go. So it's a big kick-off week for the Premier League. In fact, actually, I'm just going to... I know it's going to probably drown me out at some point, so I'm just going to get ahead of it. Turn it down a wee bit. Don't need it to be that loud, really, do I? Just kind of background noise sort of thing. But anyway, so the first game on the list is Brentford versus Arsenal. And it's going to be an interesting one because, of course, Brentford are a newly promoted, I should say, team.
Getting in there to intercept.
I can't get to Sancho. I'm going to try not to pay too much attention to the game on what I'm playing, but I can't help it because I'm obviously playing it. But Brentford and Arsenal. Brentford, in my opinion, if you haven't seen my Premier League predictions yet, I advise you to watch them first. But I think they're going to survive, just about.
Oh, great defending. Pretty
And
comfortable piece of defending.
I think they're going to start with a point on the opening day, to be honest, against Arsenal.
Well, sometimes
Arsenal
there's
haven't
no
looked
great
awful in
mystery in
pre-season,
terms
but
of
they
a
haven't
team's
looked that
preferred
good. And
style,
they're
and the
not too
visitors
far,
do
I'm going to be
like
honest. They
press
haven't made
high. It's very
any
much their
brilliant
game.
signings,
Lee, would
and
you
they're not
expect
too
to see
far
more
from
of
possibly
that?
slipping
I
down
think it's their
mid-table this
preferred
year,
option
so
for
I don't
sure.
know.
Be interesting to see how high,
I've predicted them to
how
finish
long they
7th,
press
but I
for in
don't.
this game.
I've
It's a
not got my
really
full heart
physical
behind
way
that.
of playing. That tactic
Anyway, the
suits
score
them.
that I
Can
think
they
we
do
will
it for all
see
of the
from
game?
that game is
And with
a
that, the attack
not a
fizzles
1,
out.
2-all draw between Brentford and Arsenal. I'm not going to predict the goal scorers. If I was to predict them, it would be Tony and Mbuemo for Brentford, and then Lacazette with a double for Arsenal, in my opinion. I don't think Aubameyang really has it too much anymore. Lacazette, I think, seemed to have better form last year than
Well, he's
Mbuemo.
given us away.
Oh, not Mbembo, than Aubameyang. I'm mixing the two teams together, I apologise there. So yeah, 2-all between Brentford and Arsenal. I'm going to have another Google document that will update weekly with each score that I think it's going to be, just in case you're not really following and I'm not really making it clear.
Well, that's gone
Up
out,
next,
and
though, we
it is
have the
going
game
to
that
be
is
a
on the
goal
screen
kick.
currently that I'm playing. We've got Manchester United versus Leeds, and I want more than anything for Man United to have a good start to the season. I want them to start with a win, but Leeds are tricky customers, to be fair, and it isn't going to be easy by any chalk. That being said, if we do get Varane in the lineup before tomorrow, which is looking highly unlikely, then I'm going to say 3-1 Manchester United. If Varane isn't in, I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United. I still think we're going to win. I think we're still going to get goals. I think Leeds will still score 1. But I think Varane will make a difference a bit more at the back if he is signed, as opposed to if he isn't signed. And I don't know if he will be. At this point in recording, which is Friday morning, he isn't a Man United player just yet. But that could change in the blink of an eye. Drop of a hat.
Their opponents moving and guessing.
Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate defending this. I'm not a very good defender. Varane with the tackle. But anyway, no. Up next, I think. Oh, well, not up next. I think up next it is Leicester versus Wolves. And now Leicester are a team that I've already said I think they're in the Big 7 now. Personally, whether they continue that momentum this season will be interesting. But I think they will finish. I've put my prediction where they'll finish. If you haven't gone, honestly, go watch that first so I don't spoil too much of these match results. I think it's going to be another season for Leicester to just miss out Champions League. And I think they're going to kick that off tomorrow with a 3-1 win over Wolves. I think that's a decent result. Ian Natural with a double, Vardy with 1, and I think Jimenez will bag on his first Premier League game back as well. Hopefully he'll get back into a rhythm. Hopefully Jimenez can get back to where he was in his career. That would be brilliant, especially after that head injury. I'll stay quiet while I get the goal is celebrated because it'll probably drown me out.
Well, here's the replay, and that passing and movement is pure quality. But you do have to ask questions about the keeper. Could he have done better here? I think so. You can't keep getting beat at the near post like that.
But yeah, every time I do these game week predictions, in the background it'll be whatever fixture Man United are playing that day, because I'm a Man United fan. That's kind of just how it goes. Anyway, up next on the prediction list, Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Now, I don't want to be absolutely awful to Crystal Palace, but Chelsea have bolstered their squad brilliantly this window. And they've only signed one player I can think of off the top of my head. They've probably signed more, but one main one, obviously, and he got confirmed yesterday, is Romelu Lukaku, returning to Chelsea. Hopefully to redeem his spell from a decade ago when he was too young, didn't really have the experience, and show what Chelsea missed all these years, I guess.
This is Varane.
So I'm thinking it's going to be a high-scoring game for Chelsea. On the flip side, I don't think it will be for Palace. I think I'm going to say 3-0 Chelsea. I don't want to say like Crystal Palace is going to absolutely destroyed, but I think it's going to be a comfortable cruising win for Chelsea. I'm going to say 3-0. Up next, we have got Watford versus Aston Villa. And this could be an interesting one, to be honest. If Watford can kick off the season right after being promoted, fair play to them, and they might be able to get some sort of result against Aston Villa, but we shall see.
And De Gea untroubled.
In my opinion, I think Watford will get a goal. I think Watford will score a goal, but I don't think they'll get anything from the game. Aston Villa looking dangerous with some brilliant signings. Leon Bailey, Emi Buendia, Danny Ings, it goes on and on.
He's broken free.
And
Only by the post that time, Lee.
Well, when you shoot, you
I
put your
don't
head
think it's going to
down,
be
you aim at the
particularly
target.
like
Sometimes
massive
you
goal
just
scoring
miss it.
game. I'm going to say 2-1 Aston Villa, I think. I think 2-1 Aston Villa is a prediction that I can, get behind. Prediction that I will probably accept. Because I do see goals, I just don't see a lot of goals. In fact, maybe
Junior Firpo.
Aston Villa and Watford will be one of the least goal scoring games. Although, maybe not actually, and I've thought about it, that's probably a lie because Aston Villa have got a devastating attack. Even without Grealish, they might suffer a little bit, but they've definitely replaced him with multiple talents. The ones I named earlier, it's brilliant from them.
Foul there, free kick awarded.
Also, by the way, if I finish my predictions before I finish the match, I'll finish the match off and then end the video. So, just a warning there. Up next on the list, we've got Everton versus Southampton. And this is a tale of two teams who might struggle this season, or who have predicted to not do as well as last season. Everton currently in a bit of a kind of problem area, I would say. We won't go into details on it, because everyone knows the details anyway, and I don't really want to go into details on it, if I'm really honest with it. But Everton and Southampton, I don't know, I think they're going to draw, because of course...
And the keeper nowhere to be found, not that he's complaining.
What? I know I shouldn't be paying too much attention to the game in the background, but have you just seen what I saw?
Well, I'm sure you want to see this again. Where is everybody? The defenders, nowhere to be seen. It's an open goal.
How has De Gea let that over him?
A chance to revisit
I mean,
the
Bamford
goal.
equalises, but I don't know how. Anyway, as we were saying, Everton and Southampton, I think it's going to be a draw. I don't think Everton have enough at the moment to beat Southampton, but I also don't think Southampton are going to do too well without Danny Ings. Obviously, they signed Adam Armstrong from Blackburn, who guaranteed goals in the Championship. Whether he can replicate that at Premier League level, we'll see. Because there's a lot of people thinking some Championship strikers like Ivan Toney and Adam Armstrong will have good goal-scoring seasons. But my case in point for that one is Timu Pukki. He was tearing it up for Norwich in the Championship, and then when it came to Premier League, he didn't score as many, which I use as I'm going to use as an example for anyone who says that Championship strikers are going to pop off. I hope they do pop off personally for themselves, but if just in case they don't, Timu Pukki is the example. But for the Everton and Southampton score, I've kind of got off a tangent here. I think it's going to end in a 1-1 draw. I don't think either team have what it takes to win. I don't think Southampton have what it takes to win just anyway, and I don't think Everton have what it takes to win in their current kind of state. So, yeah, 1-1 I think is probably the correct result. Up next is Burnley versus Brighton, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've known a game that has 0-0 written over it more than this one. But I don't want there to be a 0-0. I want there to be goals. Whether there will be is a different matter, but I want there to be. So what I'm going to say for Burnley and Brighton, it does sound like it's got 0-0 on it, but I'm going to give the edge to Brighton. I'm going to say 1-0 Brighton. Just about. At Turf Moor, Brighton edge it.
His team need him. Put a shift in, lad.
I think maybe for future match day prediction videos, I may turn the commentary off. Just in my head, and in fact, I'll do that now. Just for these kind of matches, I'll probably forget to turn it back on, but just for these kind of matches, I'm going to turn it off. In my head in a wee bit. That's not the right thing. There we go. We'll keep the ambience on, but I'll turn the commentary off. Anyway, second half in the game, but we've got 3 more games to predict. Up next on that list is Norwich versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool I think they'll come back a bit stronger this year, mainly because they've got their main defence back. They've got Joe Gomez. They've also got Virgil van Dijk returning from injury, not to mention the fact that they signed Ibrahima Konate from Leipzig. That is a huge defensive signing that Liverpool did need to make. I'm not a fan of them, but they did need to make a defensive signing. Just like we did. We've made ours, hopefully. It will come through in the coming days. Varane has officially signed, but we'll see. Yeah, no, it's a good signing from Liverpool for Konate. And he and Van Dijk will be difficult to get past. And if you're Norwich, it might be impossible. So what I'm going to say for this one, I don't think it'll be a crazy scoreline. I don't think it'll be a mad one, but I don't think Norwich will get even a goal out of this. I'm going to say... Hold on. Just try to figure a way to get this through. I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool. I think I can be confident in that prediction. Up next, we've got Newcastle and West Ham. Two teams that were predicted for near relegation last year. One finished 12th and one finished 6th. So, a bit awkward there, especially if you predicted West Ham for relegation. You probably look like a bit of a chump right now. For this one, though, I think I'm going to give the edge to West Ham. They ended last season brilliantly. And although Newcastle, I still think we're going to have another good mid-table season. I just don't see them getting the points off West Ham here. I'm going to go 2-1, I think, for West Ham. Where is that gone then? I was wanting to take on a strong foot and it's just gone way off. And the final one, the big beefy game of the weekend, the game of Matchday 1, which if I was going by significance of games, I would have played that one. But I'm doing it by the fact that I'm a Man United supporter. It's going to be Tottenham versus Manchester City, and rather begrudgingly, I've predicted Manchester City to win the league. It's not what I want to do, obviously. It's what I have done. And with Spurs in a bit of a problem state right now, and the fact that Spurs' main striker would rather play for the opposition, it isn't going to be a pretty day for Spurs, in my opinion. I think they'll score first. I think Spurs will get the lead. I think they'll succumb 3-1 to Manchester City. I think 3-1 is a fair scoreline. I could be wrong, but that's the whole beauty of it. So those are my scoreline predictions. I haven't remembered fully what I've said, so if you guys have remembered from start to now, fair play to you. There will be a document in the description that I will personally update weekly on my matchday predictions, and you can keep track of that. I'll put it in the link every time I do. I'll put a link in the description, I should say, every time I do one of these, and you can take a scan. And if you got sort of similar predictions or predictions you just want to tell me, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comments. If you don't, obviously you don't have to. It's not an obligation. But at the end of the day, those are my predictions, and yeah, we'll just finish out this match and end it off there. That was a lot quicker than I expected, to be honest. I thought it would take longer, but after those 10 matches, so. Aye, that's what he can bring. That's what he can bring. It's weird without commentary. It sounds really weird without commentary, but I'll turn it back on once we've done this. What a run from Sancho. And a finish as well to match the run. Expert from Sancho, and he's already kicked off his Premier League account. Jadon Sancho in the wrong shirt number, but honestly he should be in the 7. I think Cavani is keeping it for this season, and then once Cavani leaves, I'm sure Jadon Sancho will take that number over, but he's been put at number 7 currently, and I don't know how you change it in the team sheets, the numbers, so it's kind of the way it is, I guess. So we're kind of at my prediction for this game if we don't start Varane, which is kind of annoying, because I have started Varane. It'd be good to get the prediction that I think in-game as well in terms of the scoreline, but we'll see. Rashford shouldn't even be on the pitch, to be fair, so Leeds kind of been scammed. There we go. We've got the prediction we were looking for. Now I can just sit back and relax. I'm going to try and aim for the prediction score each time on these simulations. Unless I've predicted us to lose, in which case I probably won't do that. Like say if it's Man United versus Man City, and I say 2-1 Man City, I won't be like just letting goals in for Man City. I refuse to do that because fuck Man City. I think a lot of people feel the same if you're a Man United supporter. Bruno off the mark now as well. I believe that's Cavani, Sancho and Bruno with the goals here. Bamford did get one back for Leeds, but it's proved to be a little more on the consolation currently. We've got 15 minutes to play. One thing I've learned in this game is that I cannot keep clean sheets for shit. Even in career mode, I've been doing a career mode for the past month or two, and I just struggle with clean sheets, to be honest. Partly because I drag my players too far out, and that's partly my fault, but partly the game's fault as well, because I'm trying to switch off them, and it just switches back onto them without my knowledge. Should be Luke Shaw's all day ahead of Ayling. Try to find a way around him. He's a little prick. Oh, he's dribbled out of play though.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Might as well for the last few minutes. Leeds also making a substitution. It doesn't really matter too much, obviously, because I'm not predicting substitutes. I'm not predicting starting lineups. I'm just predicting score lines. I would predict scorers as well, but that'll just get too deep, so I'm not really gonna. I think Cavani was offside then, wasn't he? Cavani's Rashford. He's onside now. Oh no, he's not. I thought he was onside again, but the game has said no, and fair enough. Elder Costa coming on for Leeds. He'll be looking to have a better season. Big signing for Leeds last year, and he's turned out to not be too great. But I think it'll get better this second season. There's a lot of players I think will get better in their second season that have been signed, like Havertz, Werner. I say lots, but I'm just trying to think of big names off the top of my head. But yeah, whoever, like most people who don't really perform in the first season, they're just kind of acclimatizing. I think second season they'll do a bit better. Melier there with a shot. I keep checking the suggested substitution just in case there's anything good. I don't really want to pause and go into substitutions because I want to keep the flow of the game going, but it doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. But the predictions are done. At the end of the video, at the end of the match I should say, I'll go over what they are, but I can't remember off the top of my head currently. Definitely was just a back pass though there from Leeds, but okay. Not long left now. I just remember I need to be going in about... I need to go out in about half an hour, so... I've got plenty of time, but... Oh, 20 minutes, sorry. I need to be there in half an hour. It's about 10-15 minutes to walk there, so I'm going to try to give myself a bit more time. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Premier League coming back. I was considering doing this for the other leagues as well, but that'd just be a lot of videos each weekend, and I don't really know how many videos you want on your feed. Obviously, other stuff coming up. I'm going to be doing this every week. And also, once FIFA 22 comes out, there'll be a career mode on that. Not sure what team I'm going to use yet, but there will be a career mode. I'm going to try and stick to it this year, rather than give up on it like I did with the player career. Also... I'm considering, not 100% set in concrete, I'm considering doing the predictions again for WWE, just because SummerSlam and TakeOver have such good cards. But that will do it on the opening day at Old Trafford. And whether that score comes to fruition in real life, we shall see. But that is the prediction that I have. And honestly, those could be the scorers. Not completely out of the realm that those could be the scorers. Cavani, Sancho, Bruno. And for Leeds, it was Bamford. So those could be the scorers on the day. if I get the right scoreline. But that is my prediction, and that's what's come to fruition on this simulation. I say simulation, I played it. What am I on about? On this gameplay in the background. We'll go back to the main menu. We'll get copyrighted for the song. The winner me, yeah. But yeah, we'll go back to the menu, and then I'll go over my prediction scores once again. There will of course be a spreadsheet in the description, and we'll look at that from there. So Brentford and Arsenal, I'm saying 2-2. Manchester United Leeds, I'm saying 3-1. Leicester and Wolves, I'm saying 2-0. Chelsea and Crystal Palace, I'm saying 3-0. I might have changed a couple of these scorelines going through them just now, and I apologise for that. I may have just had a difference of opinion as I was thinking about it. Watford and Aston Villa, I'm saying 2-1 Aston Villa. Everton and Southampton, I'm saying 1-1. Brighton and Burnley, I'm saying 1-0 Brighton. Norwich and Liverpool, I'm saying 2-0 Liverpool. Newcastle and West Ham, I'm saying 2-1 West Ham. And Spurs and Man City, I'm saying 3-1 Man City. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the first match day predictions. And I will see you, obviously, next weekend for match day 2. I hope you guys enjoy the Premier League. And I hope your team does well. If you want to put in the comments what team you support and where you think you'll finish the season in any league, you're more than welcome to. I'm a Man United fan. I would love to win the league, but I'm saying we're finishing 3rd, which is good for us. But anyway, that is it. Bye-bye.